No exercising required, no extra dieting required. There are 10 simple habits I'm going to go through today which can actually help you improve your metabolism, that are super simple, that no one really talks about. So make sure to stick around till the end to not miss out. For those of you new to my channel, my name's Shruti. I'm a nationally registered nutritionist and health and wellness coach, also founder of Core Nourish, a platform that provides tailored and generalized nutrition advice as well as health and wellness meal plans. So make sure to check it out and dive right in. The first one is cold exposure and brown fat. So humans have two main kinds of fat, white fat and brown fat. White fat is used for storing energy and brown fat is burnt to generate heat. So even just 30 seconds of cold exposure after a shower, for example, can help increase your resting energy expenditure by 5 to 10% because your body's essentially shocked and it requires more energy to become more alert. And my girlies out there, a bit of cold water on your hair post hair washing can also help seal cuticles, reducing frizz. So it's just a win-win. Protein, coffee, and cortisol spikes. So when you consume coffee on an empty stomach, it causes cortisol spikes, which then affect glucose regulation, which then slows metabolism in the long run. So a way to counter this is by consuming protein. Even 10 to 20 grams of protein, so maybe like a Greek yogurt, protein shake, protein bar, something like that, adds as a little buffer. It creates thermogenesis, which essentially counteracts the effect of cortisol, which means that your body does not create these spikes, doesn't essentially freak out. And so all your hormones and everything that should be stable will remain stable by consuming this bit of protein before you consume your coffee in the morning. Just want to add as well, this isn't exclusively for the morning. Like, for example, if you're a really busy person and then you've got to eat lunch and it's like 5 p.m, you really need a coffee to get through the night or day, whatever's left. Consuming some protein then is also beneficial, as the whole premise is don't consume coffee on an empty stomach or near empty stomach. Like, let there be some padding there to help your metabolism become more efficient as all these extra spikes and other activity are minimized. This one is one of my favorites. It's diaphragmatic breathing and oxygen. So cellular energy production relies on oxygen, and breathing shallow limits the amount of oxygen delivery to mitochondria, but by breathing slowly and deeply, the amount of oxygen that's then available, the oxygen uptake increases, which supports ATP production, which is energy production, and also helps with metabolism becoming more efficient, especially in the long term. So even just 2 to 3 minutes of deep breathing a day, like when you wake up or even on a little bit of a break, can make a whole difference. Just a 2 to 4% increase in oxygen saturation in the blood can actually lower cortisol levels by 20%. This is very significant because cortisol is essentially stress. When your body is more relaxed, your body as a whole, like various functions, can perform better, and as a result, more energy is conserved, your metabolism performs better. The next one is bitter foods and digestive hormones. So bitter foods like bitter melon, arugula, grapefruit, things like that, the bitter compounds in them, like cholecystokinin, for example, help with digestion. And so the hormone that I just mentioned, when that is, activated, it helps with improving absorption of nutrients. And when nutrients are absorbed better, your body's digestion is better. And when digestion is better, energy is used more efficiently. And as a result, this all helps boost your metabolism. So adding in some bitter foods that have compounds like that can help with improving your overall metabolism in the long run as well. So having maybe some arugula in your lunch, or maybe grapefruit for a snack, or also good options. Moving on, iron, zinc, and thyroid. So your thyroid controls your basal metabolic rate through the T3 and T4 hormones. This is how we nutritionists curate tailored advice and plans based on the BMR. Iron and zinc are what are known as cofactors in hormone conversion and synthesis, and therefore by having low levels of these minerals, it slows down your metabolism, and therefore consuming foods like legumes, for example, or lean meats, pumpkin seeds, helps maintain a healthy thyroid efficiency. And this is one thing you should definitely get checked up regularly year to year, as thyroid function hypo or hyperthyroidism is one of the biggest factors that can be causing weight retention or weight issues. And they just, they regulate your whole body. And so it's really important to make sure your thyroid function is on par. The next one is sunlight synchronization. Your metabolism follows your circadian rhythm, which regulates like insulin, cortisol, melatonin. And this may sound a bit silly, but having a meal with natural sunlight, especially breakfast, optimizes your insulin sensitivity. This is also where sleep ties into metabolism. So having daylight breakfast wakes you up, and it also keeps your metabolism in sync with your circadian rhythm, which helps with regulating your hormones, which once again helps with metabolism in the long run. Posture and NEAT. I know some of you straightened up when I said posture. NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which essentially means any form of activity that isn't exercise. So that can mean standing, it can mean getting up to get some water, it can mean talking, me moving my hand is a form of NEAT, even just fidgeting, it all counts. And the premise is that when you require more energy, so when you move, when you do any form of activity, even thinking, for example, your body requires energy to do so. And so by increasing these little movements, the little activities, you're increasing the amount of energy your body requires. And as a result, you're improving your metabolism. And thermogenesis essentially means heat produced. And heat is a form of energy. And so when more energy is produced, your metabolism increases. And as a result, your body loses more fat. And all these little things add up. That's why even just small things like fidgeting, getting up every minute can make a big difference. This next one's also super simple. It's called spice thermogenesis. Bioactive compounds found in things like chilies, ginger, even cinnamon, for example, they help increase your body temperature. And when your body temperature increases, your fat oxidation increases. And fat oxidation is the fancy term for fat loss. And so when you consume more of these compounds, your body increases its temperature from time to time. When this happens continuously over a period of time, like we've mentioned for the previous things, all these little things add up, and as a result, your metabolism increases. So adding a little bit of extra chili or spices to your food can actually help improve this. And this is something called diet thermogenesis, which it's similar to NEAT, but it's more in a diet form, diet context, I should say. This next one, I know no one wants to hear it, me including, it's sleep and hormones. So it's not just about the duration of sleep. So it's not just about getting 6 to, like 8 or 9 hours, whatever it is. It's also about the consistency of the time you sleep. So when you sleep at irregular times, once again, it's also linked to your circadian rhythm. Your body's hormones such as ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, leptin, which is your satiety hormone, and a good friend cortisol, as we all know, they all get upset, and as a result, your metabolism can slow down. So trying to form a consistent sleep schedule, meaning also time, not just duration, is also very important in your metabolism over time. Mineral-rich hydration, cellular energy. So hydration supports metabolism, but minerals like sodium, magnesium, calcium, for example, are cofactors like we mentioned before. They help with enzymatic reactions in energy production. So mineral water, adding a pinch of salt, for example, can help improve the nutrient transportation and mitochondrial function, which we all love, necessary for your body to function properly. And I know green tea isn't technically a mineral hydration drink, but green tea for me has been transformational when it comes to weight loss and just health in general. And so it's one that I really advocate for. And if you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments below, as it's like a miracle drink. Actually, I probably shouldn't say miracle drink as a nutritionist, but it's just really amazing. And so I'm a big fan of that. Anyways, back to this. So yeah, especially pre and post workout, adding in some salts can really make a difference as you sweat it out. And overall, adding a bit of these types of salts can be really beneficial for your metabolism in the long run as well. And there you have it, my 10 simple tips to helping boost your metabolism that do not require strict dieting or exercise, and they're just super simple to incorporate in your daily life, which is great. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe as usual. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see next, any comments, questions, queries, and wishing you a happy digestive systems. Until the next one.